We have our ABR coming up on August 2nd and 9th.
Right.
So that's the first 2 Mondays of August. Those days are going to be virtual, 8 to 5-ish each day. So they're going to be long days, but I hear that you make them pretty fun.
It's good. It's going to be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a good course, especially with what's going on in the marketplace these days. So
Absolutely. I think our buyers out there are pretty frustrated with the way things are going.
buyers, agents, everybody. So
Yes.
it's unbelievable.
So how long have you been teaching the ABR designation?
Oh, long time. This is year 18 for real estate education for me. So probably 10 or so years of that has been ABR.
Wow.
So it's been fun. It's been fun to kind of watch, just sort of watch the whole buyer representation thing evolve over time. And it's been interesting to see, particularly in different states, how some things are the same, some things are different. So I've enjoyed that a lot.
Well, I have to say, you don't look like you're old enough to be having taught for 18 years. So I'm surprised by that answer.
Yeah, I tell people I got licensed at 26, and I looked like I was 16. So it was that my 20s had its own challenges trying to convince people to buy a house from me when I didn't look like I could drive a car. So that was some interesting years.
Oh, I can believe it. Too funny. So, as someone who's taught this class for quite some time, what's the number one reason why you think someone should take this class?
The best reason is because it's a deep dive. A lot of classes that you take are only an hour in length or 2 hours in length or 3 hours. So you really don't get to get into the who's and the whys. And with a 2-day course, you really get to get into, this is how you do it. This is what you say. This is what you do. You get your specific questions answered. So buyers are frustrated. We talk about, not just, hey, how to handle multiple offers, this is the way that we can win offers, right? So it really gets into the nuts and bolts of buyer representation, and you do it over a 2-day period of time. So the number one reason is, it's not just a course that's philosophical and, hey, you should do this and, hey, you should do that. It's a course that's much more practical and much more applicable, that you have substantive information that you can take away and implement immediately.
Yes, from my experiences, those practical classes are really what's most helpful. And I've looked over your PowerPoint for this class. It's pretty meaty.
It
And
is.
I figured it would be with 2 full days of education. But the slide that caught my eye the most was the AAI model.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, or it's AAL, sorry.
AAL, yes.
But I thought that was super interesting. So I'm wondering if there's a particular part of your presentation that's your favorite part, one that you like teaching over and over and over again, that anything that sticks out to you as an instructor and as an ABR yourself?
Well, honestly, I like the first couple of days that kind of, or the first couple of sections that kind of deal with bringing buyers into the boat. I think buyers can kind of, I think a lot of buyers are discouraged right now. I think they want to buy a house, but either whether they're priced out or whether they don't really realize that, maybe they had credit issues or got furloughed last year or whatever it is. I like the part where we sort of isolate what today's buyer looks like and try and find the buyer to bring more into the fold. So that's kind of my general background. So the buyer representation piece is fun, but if you're asking for my favorite piece, it's where to find buyers and how to get buyers to work with you and stay committed with you.
Yeah, that's especially important with, we have 1,200 agents in our market. What makes you the agent that we should go to? And I think that is a piece that's missing a lot of times.
I think you're right. You're looking at about 90% of buyers use an agent in the real estate transaction. And it's important to understand why you have to make a differentiator out there. One of the things that we cover is, you'd be quite naive to think that every buyer in your database or every person in your database, you're the only agent that they know. There's plenty that are out there. So that being said, why you? And we come up with some strategies and some tools and some things that you can implement, whether it be your social media savvy or whether it be mailers, whether it be just general announcements, whether it be putting together a database, right? We go through all these different techniques and show you how you can say, okay, not only do you want to buy and sell, but here's why, and you should choose me. And with the ABR, you're looking at the top 1%. I haven't looked at the numbers in your state specifically, but generally you're looking at about 1% of all licensees have ABRs. So by getting this designation, you can say that you're the top 1% of agents that have taken this step to specifically work with buyers. So it's a really good differentiator.
Very cool. That's an interesting number. I had no idea. That's good to know. So in your opinion, what kind of agent should take this course? Is this something that an agent should take in the first 1 to 5 years of business? Is this something that a seasoned agent would benefit from?
I would, in today's market, anybody's going to benefit from this. I think it's really, really good. Generally with your designations and certifications, I like them in 1 to 5 years. I think if you're just getting out, what you lack in experience, you can always make up for in education. And the ABR really is the first step as it relates to that education. Most new agents are going to be working as buyer reps to begin with, whether it's on a team or whether it's going out. And then the sister course to this is the SRS, and that's another kind of second step that I would take. But from a 1 to 5 year standpoint, I think that would probably be good. But given the fact that this market has shifted substantially, and my prediction is it's going to shift a little bit more kind of into the latter half of the year and into 2022. I think your seasoned, more experienced agents can benefit from this greatly. Anytime you spend 2 days in a course, you're gonna pick out something else that you can learn, and that's kind of what I like to bring to it. I like to look at this course, to be honest, as like a buffet, right? So there's plenty of different things to choose from. And with an experienced agent, you might not like the green beans, but you might like the carrot souffle, right? So you'll always be able to find these really interesting nuggets that you're able to do. And that's kind of my goal as an instructor, is I want to give you every possibility under the sun, and then you kind of find what meets your personality, what meets your business model, and be able to implement that as well.
Absolutely. And I think regardless of years of experience, you could always learn more from other people who, are in different markets or in the same markets, but everyone kind of has their own unique perspective that they bring to things. So very cool. All right. Well, do you have anything that you want to add about the class, Brent? We call these the quick and dirty promos for a reason. So we'll wrap it up here.
Just come join us. I think it's really going to be interesting. We've taught it, typically it's back-to-back 2 days, and we have taught it a week apart. And I really think this is a wonderful way to take it, because you kind of get the first piece, and then you can go out and try all these things during the week. And then you come back and go, well, Brent, that didn't work. Or Brent, I have a question about this. So it really is neat to have a week in between so you can follow up. And we did it a good bit last year. I've done it a couple of times earlier this year. And I have to be honest, it really, in my opinion, is the better way to take this course, because you can get some information, ingest it, try it, come back and go, well, that didn't work, or I had this question and I didn't know how to handle it. And then we can kind of go from there and work out the second day. So that's been the real fun part about doing it this way. So I look forward to seeing everybody sign up today. And I look forward to working with everybody over the next 2 days.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Brent. We'll see you August 2nd.
All right, Amanda. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Take
great
care.
day.
You
Bye.
too. Thanks. Bye.